Why is, I'll come to medical tourism as well now. So why is Thailand famous for medical tourism? It is
Why
not,
is Thailand famous?
yeah, for medical tourism.
That's one of my favorite questions because I think you've got a great range of doctors. The hospitals, like India too, there's a lot of similarities. They have the JCI certification. So whatever is the highest certifications, they will get within the world. And there's many similarities with the top hospitals in India and clinics. So it makes sure everybody reaches the highest standard for the best practices. And why do people come here? Because I think often they do combine it with a vacation, at the same time. All the international hospitals, English is spoken well.
Right.
Or if the client doesn't speak English, there are translators in every language possible. So I think in the customer service aspect in Thailand, as we know in their hotels, it's often been number one. So the customer service together with the organization and the very high standard of medical care. I have the Thai medical license.
I see.
It's just like doing a medical license in UK. But I'm from England. I'm from a very cold part of the world, Newcastle. In northern England. That's where I was born. And I went to medical school there. But also many of the top doctors here, have qualifications from United States, UK, Australia, Europe. So they're extremely highly qualified. And I think too, the top doctors anywhere in the world will communicate. The other thing that Thailand's well known for is the dental care. The Thai dentists, even the ones, the dentists I go to are amazing. So many people will come here for their dental care. The dentists are all good. We had a great dentist, he retired personally. I and my family, and I was concerned, oh no, Dr. Grengchai is retiring. Then you find another dentist and you say, oh, he's just as good too. He listens to me, he patches up my teeth, he does what I want, and he gives you very good dental care. So many of the people we see in my clinic have come for dental treatment, but then they've read about other things they can do in Thailand as well. The Botox and fillers, the aesthetic treatments, I think it is definitely one of the leading worldwide countries. Obviously, Korea is well known, Thailand, Bangkok, Mexico, Brazil, parts of Eastern Europe, well known for medical tourism, for the aesthetic, for the beauty. Beauty's always been big in Bangkok. Yeah. It's just even bigger now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So what was your experience with COVID actually? Like, was it an overwhelming experience handling the COVID in Thailand?
For us, having COVID in Thailand, at first, I think probably the same as you guys in India. It was devastating in March 2020, April. Every week, there was a different regulation. And you looked at the pictures on the news. Well, in India too, the lack of oxygen, it was just, and then devastating. And when, with the Delta variant of COVID, we were, was definitely scary because people were monitoring their when we had clients who were monitoring their oxygen at home, and some were saying my oxygen's dropped. It was, and getting an ambulance, it was totally overwhelming. Then there's good news and bad news. We became one of the major COVID testing centers.
Yes, yes, I remember.
In Bangkok. And we then grew our staff for any small business. So we grew from 6 regular staff to about 30 regular staff to 50 to 50 extra nurses within 3 months. So you see a rapid growth of business. Also, it's good that they're collecting money and the staff are employed, but then there's a lot of other problems with the business that's never coped. So it, again, one of the things too for the COVID testing was until last year, everybody was so super stressed because the regulations of the airlines were changing.
Yes.
Week by week. The countries, the clients coming in were super stressed. People who you had never seen or would expect to see stressed and breaking down were breaking down, that they couldn't, just having a COVID test even stress them up so much. Yes. Paying, the stress, and again, they would impart that stress onto the staff. So the staff were facing huge stress from 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. But again, our business didn't close, it expanded.
Can foreigners use public hospitals in Thailand? Under what conditions?
Can they use yes, of course. If they have an accident or injury, they can go. And they may be charged, but it would be a minimal amount. In fact, outside of the major tourist destinations, like if you're in the smallest city, I would probably recommend a hospital. You will always get treated.
I see. Okay.
And it's the most important to know, if you have a motorbike accident, a dog bite, or a wound from swimming in the sea, public hospitals will welcome you and give you good treatment.
Excellent. Okay. What are the challenges of medical tourism in Thailand? Is the Thai government supportive enough and providing ample aid to hospitals and medical practitioners?
What are the challenges of medical tourism in Thailand? Well, the challenges is probably a good challenge. First of all, the medical tourism dropped off completely. So we're now going back to 3 years ago. And we're trying, and we're all getting back to where we were 2 years ago with the tourists. The challenges are, it's incredibly competitive. We know there's a big market, but being competitive is a good thing. So you can see what Bangkok Hospital is doing, peer weight, and, you see good examples every day. You can look at it as a challenge or good that there's a challenge that we can copy.
Right. And how easy it is to start a medical business in Thailand? Have you witnessed any surge in medical businesses recently in Thailand?
How easy? I've been asked this question many times. In Thailand, you can start a business with maybe, what is 100,000 baht? Maybe $3,000 US dollars. So it's still fairly easy to start a clinic in Thailand. Obviously, there's regulations, having certain staff, having work permit, but the salary levels, have risen a lot. But with 2 staff and rent and a room, you can actually start a business in Thailand, not too difficult.
Somebody was asking me, like, is healthcare free in Thailand for foreigners? If
Free in Thailand for foreigners? Well, if you are living in Thailand and you have the social insurance, yes, you could go for free healthcare in a social insurance hospital that you've chosen to get your free healthcare under the government scheme. If you have the work permit, you pay the taxes,
okay.
yes. But really, many times, you know, the treatment in a private clinic or hospital isn't super expensive.
Right.
So a lot of people would just go to the private clinic and say, oh, today I want to do this, or the private hospital, I want to get these blood tests. I want to get this medicine, or I have this problem. And they would just really go to their private hospital or clinic.
Okay, one more last question, and just want to know, like, what facility your clinic is offering to the public for COVID testing as your specialization in a physician. Like, if you can just give some insight. So I'll give recommendation under the video, so people can check out the description and find the address on the website. So over to you, Dr. Donna.
Over to you. What do we do apart from COVID testing? Yes, the world did exist before. But we're a general practice clinic.
Okay.
So we see people with medical problems. You don't know where to go. You have a bad knee. What could be the problem? You also may have, common general practice problems. We see a lot of people now. We have a pharmacy for medications, medicines, for refills they need every month. And the big thing we see is Botox and fillers.
I see.
Beauty treatments, aesthetic. There's also people who get into problems, and they may have need sexual health testing, like HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia. They've made a mistake, they're devastated, they need to have a test. Or a lot of people now feel responsible and they want to have regular HIV tests. We did used to see a lot of tourists with injuries, common problems, gastroenteritis, and we hope the tourists now are starting to come back and fill up the hotels.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we keep on doing Thailand videos, keep keep on updating people regarding how to travel to Thailand now, entry requirements and this and that, some news. It was also kind of in the past, if I just go in the past, it was kind of very crazy for us as well to just regularly post videos on the channel. But we saw a huge response and love and support from the people. So
I was just going to say, going to India is pretty easy from Thailand now. The problem is that I think a lot of the children still haven't been vaccinated. So the families going from Bangkok, to India, the children, if they've not had the vaccine, they still need to come in for the PCR test.
That's right.
I guess they're lagging behind, aren't they, the kids?
Well, here children are being vaccinated with Corbevax, but that is not yet approved by the WHO.
But what age?
Or of the age,
what age?
5 to 17.
Well, so the children younger than that, less than 5, haven't had the vaccine.
No, those are, if somebody is traveling from Bangkok to India, if the child age is below 5 years, then
they need the PCR test.
No, not required. I mean, if they are below 5 years, the PCR test is not required. But if the child age is between 5 to 17, and if he is or she is unvaccinated, then RT-PCR test is required for entry into India.
Okay. Okay, so that's why we're seeing even today quite a few families coming in with children